Hey guys, my name is Brooke, and this is I've Got Brooke Smarts. And yes, I did think that was a clever YouTube name when I made it. I've Got Brooke Smarts is a new booktubing channel which I created because I was inspired by not only great booktubers like Cass J. Tuck and Little Book Owl, but because of one particular book that I will get into later. Now, I figured I'd give you just a little bit of background information on myself before we take a fantabulous journey into the literary world. Like I said, my name is Brooke, and I'm coming to you from sunny Florida. I am currently a college student. I am studying neuroscience, intending to be pre-veterinary, so hopefully sometime in the next few years I will be applying to and be accepted into veterinary school. So don't be surprised if quite a lot of my videos have an animal theme, or the main character has an animal best friend / counterpart, or if the main character is an animal. So, speaking of books, the books that I will be reviewing, discussing, book clubbing, etc. will most likely be young adult fiction. Because I am 19, I'm sort of finding myself in this very weird spot where some young adult fiction is almost too young for me, and then I try and make the jump to adult fiction and they're talking about 30-year-old characters, which if the author is good enough, or not good enough, I don't want to sound like a prick, if the author writes a certain way, it doesn't matter what age the character is, but then again there are some things that they'll talk about that I just, being 19, can't relate to. So at the moment, even if it's a little young for me, which once again, if the author writes a certain way, does not matter how old the characters are, I can still relate more to young adult fiction than to adult fiction. But that's not the only type of books I'm going to be discussing. I also want to do school classics, so I would love to read and discuss Shakespeare and Mark Twain, F. Scott Fitzgerald, all these books and authors who I really love and adore. And I know not only from my own high school experience, but from having younger friends or cousins, that these books really do, or these books and these works of literature really give a lot of students trouble. So if I can help you out by discussing them, that would be super cool, and I'd really love to help you out, not just to help you get a good grade on a test, but maybe to help you see these works as I do and learn to love them too. And just really quickly, I wanted to explain, I got into booktubing because I was recently inspired by one author and one book, and I have always loved reading, but since starting college, honestly, I mean, I've read some John Green, I read The Hunger Games, but nothing had really affected me like Harry Potter had. So after that whole series ended a few years ago, I was kind of like lost, I guess. I tried Twilight, don't get me started. Like I said, Hunger Games, John Green, whom I absolutely love to death, he's fantastic. But I started watching Cass J. Tuck, and I thought she was phenomenal. She's hysterical. Go watch her. I'll link to her below since she's my inspiration. And she kept mentioning Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So I was like, I have to read this darn book. The other day, I was in Barnes & Noble's and actually picked up The Lightning Thief and read through a couple of the first pages, fell in love, bought it, read it in 2 days, and it's actually the first book since Harry Potter that I've wanted to like talk about and share things with you guys. And so that's going to be my first book review, which will be up later today. So I guess wanted to give you a background of who I am, what I like to read, as well as what started it all. So I owe a big thanks to fantastic booktubers like Cass J. Tuck, Little Book Owl, and amazing authors like John Green and Rick Riordan for starting this channel. There are so many more fantastic booktubers that I've been following as of late, and I will link to them below as well so I don't leave anyone out. Make sure to check them all out. I'm really excited. I'm heading to the library and gonna get books, so you'll be seeing a lot of me. I'm gonna do my Percy Jackson review, as well as most likely a book haul and possibly a desk/bookshelf tour. So get ready to see a lot of this face. And I'm apologizing for that in advance. Alright guys, you will see me later. Bye!